Hello, sheep people. So, sheep people, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today, our theme is Promises to Keep. We are using the Lenormand deck, and we are using the Amethyst runes. It's the Elder Futhark on Amethyst stones. Let's start with a card from the Lenormand deck and see what there is about the promises that you have to keep. So we have the Crossroads. This particular deck, as gorgeous as it is, only show a road for the Crossroads rune. It still has to do with choices. So maybe the promises to keep that your reading is about is you're still sort of making those choices. You're still sort of, maybe the promise was to make a choice in this case. Like maybe you've basically promised to make a choice in a situation. So let's get some runes down on this and see if they can clarify. Hopefully they will. Yes, in fact, there's our crossroads right there. That is so funny. Okay. Alrighty. So your central issue, sheep people, is we have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. It's always an exchange. It has to do with agreements, decisions, plans, and goals. Given that your main card here in the Lenormand is the Crossroads, I'm going to say this has to do with a decision. So you have a decision or a choice to make, and that's your promise, is that you've promised to make this decision and make this choice. So leading up to this, maybe you have been in a fairly stagnant situation. We have Othala, which is the rune of the home and the homeland, and maybe you need something, maybe something needs to change, or maybe something needs to be enriched, where you need to make a choice. There's a choice that you need to make, where you're coming from a situation of great security and stability and sanctuary, and maybe that's actually giving you the foundation and the strength to make this choice. But you may be in a situation basically where this may also be feeling a bit stagnant, and you want to make a choice that is going to sort of enrich. What is going to help you is we have Pertho reversed, and Pertho is the rune of the lot box. This has to do with surprises and fate, but also surprises that were always there. When it's reversed, it has to do with inner, especially on the upper line. So I'm seeing this as what is going to help you is learning something about yourself that maybe you didn't realize before, but paying attention to what you're finding out about yourself in this situation. Like there's something that's coming up that maybe you didn't know before, but once you know it about yourself, you realize that it was always the case. What it might also be is something that is an unpleasant surprise may happen, which will sort of really help you make that decision. But either way, I'm hoping it's not an unpleasant surprise, and I'm hoping that it's basically you realize something about yourself, which will help you make this choice. So yeah, because maybe the road you're on, you're like doing the thing and you're like, la, la, la. And then you get to a point where you're like, I never liked this particular aspect of this. And so the one road that is basically only that, you're going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that in my life. I'm going to take the other road where that isn't. So that's the kind of thing, you're basically going to learn about yourself. There's going to be something that's going to surprise you. And you're going to be able to go, okay, well, based on that, I can only make this one choice of the two, which is good because it helps you. It narrows it. What isn't going to help you is, I'm going to read this also a couple ways. We have Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need, but when it's reversed, it has to do with drop everything. This is an emergency. You have to tend this need. So there is a sense of pressure with this choice where you feel really, really pressured to make this choice, that it's an emergency, that you have to make this choice now. But I'm also going to read this in a way that you may feel like if you make this choice, then something will come up that if you'd made the other choice, you would have been able to handle this emergency, and now you won't be able to because you made the choice and you don't have access now. All of this is worry. These are worries. So if this starts to drag you down, bring yourself back up to what you're learning about yourself. Because you're not going to be left without resource. If you make a choice, you're still going to be with you. You are still going to be with you no matter what choice you make. So this is going to be one of those things where as long as I'm making the choice that is based on who I am truly and being sincere with myself, this is going to be for the best. So that's going to help you, especially if you're dealing with these worries. And what this is going to lead you to is a much greater sense of self-worth. We have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. Reversed, again, we're looking at inner. So I'm seeing this as this is really going to boost your self-esteem. Once you've made this choice, you're going to feel a lot more like you're giving yourself the worth that you deserve, that you are seeing you're giving yourself the value that you really, really, truly know that you deserve. And you're going to have a lot more confidence. You're going to have a lot better self-esteem moving forward because you've made this choice. That was this promise that you've made to make this choice, and you'll feel a lot better about yourself going forward. So that, sheep people, is your reading for promises we keep. So the promises to keep and the promise that you are to keep. And I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.